All right, so Disney has had a lot of problems over the past couple of weeks. A lot of problems. Mostly because they've decided to get extremely political and take sides in a political argument. And that's cost them quite a bit of money, especially over in Florida. Now, my personal opinion on these kinds of things is that companies should stay neutral. They should stay neutral. They should not get involved in politics because they sell products. That's what I believe. This has ruined the entertainment industry, by the way. But going back to Disney's problems, one of the things that they have a tough time with is copyright. A lot of their intellectual properties have already passed the limit on how long they can stay copyright protected, and they should go to the public. My personal opinion on this is that I think that that's stupid. If you create something, you should get to keep it forever, but I don't make the laws. The law is the law, and they've done a lot to try to keep it so that they don't lose their properties. They keep, every time basically something happens, they go to the lawmakers, and lawmakers keep extending it for them. Well, now you've got some people trying to take that away, which leads us to this. So not a lot of sites reporting on it. There's a couple of local news sites reporting on it, but this comes from WDW News Today. U.S. Senator introducing legislation to end Disney's copyright protections. Senator Josh Hawley from Missouri tweeted this week that he would be introducing legislation to end the Walt Disney Company's special copyright protections. And he says here, for years, at Disney has gotten special copyright protections from the federal government, allowing them to charge consumers more. Woke corporations shouldn't get sweetheart deals. I'll introduce legislation this week to end their special protections. Enough is enough. This likely won't pass. I just want to put that up there. But, shouldn't it end? A lot of other companies that don't have the deep, deep pockets of Walt Disney, I wonder if they can keep doing this. So Disney keeps going and getting laws changed or extended. I don't know if this extends to other companies, but they specifically keep going after copyright stuff through lawmakers, through lobbyists and stuff like that to get things done. And this is how they keep Mickey Mouse and Winnie the Pooh and all of these characters that they don't put into movies anymore. I mean, when is the last time Mickey Mouse was even in something? Can you think of it? I guess they could argue that their logo is Mickey Mouse, but to be honest, Mickey Mouse should be in the public domain. Now, like I said, I don't like that. I think if I make an incredibly popular character, it should stay with the family. The family that created it should get ownership forever. And whatever they want to do with it, they want to license it to Disney or whoever, it should stay with them because you created it. I don't like that things you create go to the public. Like maybe, I guess you could make an argument for some things, but I don't know. I like the idea of if I were to create, like I do plan on making a comic book, and let's say it was like wildly successful, I would want that to stay with my family. Like, okay, well, this can develop generational wealth for my family. That's cool. I like the idea, like, okay, well, now it's gone. But, I mean, fair is fair. If that's the way it's supposed to be, then there should come a time for Disney to have to release their stuff. But I don't think it's going to happen because, well, for one, the far left, for some reason now, is in love with corporations. I don't know what's going on with them. I always thought they were anti-establishment, but that doesn't appear to be the case. So the article continues on saying, the Walt Disney Company has lobbied multiple times to extend certain copyright protections so that their intellectual property would not fall into public domain. The Copyright Term Extension Act of 1998, corporate copyright protection from 75 years to 95 years, keeping Mickey Mouse under control until at least 2024. So it's up again. They've got 2 more years, and then they're going to have to do this again. these extensions don't just apply to Disney. They are the ones pushing the hardest for them. Okay, so that answers what I had earlier. Does this apply to other companies? And it does. So they keep extending it. So in a lot of ways, they're helping everybody else out. So, he wants to push this now, but I think it would be better to just, 2024 isn't that far along. You could turn this into a big thing, depending on if they're still running their mouths like they have been for the past couple of weeks and months, trying to throw all of these positions down, particularly about grooming that I don't care for. So, it's kind of a strange position, I think, because for one, like I said, I personally feel you should just get to keep your shit if you make it. But the law is the law. And if this were to go through, this would be massively damaging to Disney because all of their characters, if you've ever been to their parks, it's all about their old characters. Imagine if they were to lose them. What they'll do is make an official Mickey, so they'll have so let's say Mickey Mouse were to go public domain and they were to lose this, if this senator were to actually get this to pass, which I don't think it will, but it could. He gets this to pass, right? Mickey Mouse goes public domain. Well, then what they'll do is they'll make changes to him and they'll have an official version of Mickey Mouse, and that one will be copyright protected. The one that I think would become public domain is the Steamboat Willie version, and that would be it. So like a black and white Mickey Mouse, there would be certain ways, but eventually things would run out and you'd catch up to the one in color with the red suit. So, we'll see what happens here. I find this interesting, this copyright stuff, because it's not just Disney. A lot of the Marvel stuff has these problems. DC Comics stuff. A lot of those properties have been around for a long, long time, since the 60s, 50s in some cases. Superman especially, I think he's been around the longest. So a lot of that should go to public domain. I find a lot of this really interesting. If these companies were to lose these characters, what would happen with it? People making their own creative products. Imagine if Batman went public domain. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.